Hey, Nathan here helping you become a better jungler. I have another review request today from a player over in the Europe West server. He's Diamond 2. This is a Jarvan game he wants me to have a look at. So why did he want me to take a look at this game specifically? He says the game was kind of a stomp, felt like I played super well and couldn't myself find much to improve on. I feel like I'm probably wrong about that. I'd like to see my criticisms of what I consider a perfect game. It's a 15-minute game, short video. Hopefully that's completely fine. Definitely happy to do um, games where you feel like you play really well and you take out the game. There's always little things you can polish up, and I actually have gone over this game and made a bunch of notes in my notepad here that I'll go over with you. And yeah, like it is close, this game, to a perfect game, but you could have made this like my definition of a perfect game. So I'll go over to that. Specific moments, early game path, and how do I react to enemy jungler being set behind? How well did I adapt to enemy early pathing? Gank timings, how is my ganking clearing ratio? Also have a huge focus on bot lane. This game had Victor top, which is easy to gank, but I never went there. What is your opinion on this? All right, great. So I can answer these questions. Also, was Dragon risky to do at 10 minutes? All right. He didn't see Twitch till after it started. So let's jump into the game here. So we'll start with your runes, which I always start with. So you go here. You have two options with Jarvan, Conqueror or Electrocute. You basically decide between those is based on what comp you're playing against. If you're playing against very heavy, squishy champions, which you are right here, then you definitely want to be going Electrocute. This is like the perfect Electrocute game. You can pretty much one-shot all of these champions. So I definitely could go on Electrocute. Sudden Impact, Zombie Ward, that's good. I think you start with the Sweeper as well, so that works well. Relentless Hunter, and then Triumph and Alacrity. So the only thing I'll change in this rune is changing Alacrity to Coup de Grace. Reason being is, I mean, if you think about it logically, like, so this is obviously gives you the attack speed, like, scaling. Every single champion on this enemy team is going to not want you to be melee range attacking them, right? So if you really think about how many auto attacks you're going to get off, is very little. I promise you that you'll do way more damage with Coup de Grace against, like, again, this team. So I'd be switching that out for that. But other than that, your rune build is all good. So in terms of matchup analysis here, so we got a bit of a strange like champions here. We got a Nivea top versus a Victor. Definitely can impact this lane, like you said it yourself. Victor's very squishy. He doesn't really have any escape abilities except his stun, his W, which is more about him sort of landing it right. You're into a Twitch, which I really like this matchup for Jarvan, especially with Electrocute. Again, like you would kill this Twitch so much harder if you had Coup de Grace. Just EQ, auto attack, ult, dang, like this guy's dead. TF definitely can impact, especially with Syndra stun. And bot lane here. You obviously can kill these guys, but you have an Ezreal and Lulu, which I don't like ganking that lane like ever. So the only thing I'd be thinking of is if you're very far ahead and you're confident you can one-shot one of these champions, because your Ezreal and Lulu don't really have any hard CC abilities. Like, they're fun to just go even. Like, these guys outscale this lane really hard. Alright, so let's jump into it now. I just have your vision. Red start, which is good. Okay, so now you go to the enemy blue, and I really like this. This is really smart. The Twitch is always, like against the Twitch jungle, always going to pretty much level 2 gank, which means he's not going to be doing his camps, getting his blue in his topside jungle, like if he shows somewhere, is really smart, because this really puts on the pressure with Twitch, especially with the new jungle changes. That, like, Twitch jungle, I think, is just really just not good, especially in the new jungle, because the catch-up experience is just gone now. So I really like this move from you. This is very, very, like, perfect decision making, basically. So you like it. Twitch still hasn't showed. A little bit. Oh no, Twitch has showed bot. So this is absolutely free. So this is great for you. This really puts on the pressure. Twitch is, you're probably going to 3-buff this guy. All right. So quick tip here. I would be leaving the little wolf up. Like, counter jungling in general now, like, I feel like it just doesn't matter if you counter jungle as much because your camp's just you're actually doing Twitch a favor here because you're actually killing his wolf camp and he's gonna and then they gain levels and then he's actually gonna get more experience and gold from them. So leave a little one up. This will really stuff over Twitch. Alright, so mid lane TF is now show. This is definitely gankable. Wave's in a perfect position. Great stun by Syndra. Nice and clean. So he doesn't burn flash. I would be noting that. Going straight to blue. I like this. This is defending it. You know Twitch's bot side. If he's potentially here, you should be able to 1v1 him. I like checking the screen. I'm just checking to see if Twitch is around. Alright, bot overextended. Syndra's roaming down. Love this gank. W for the slow. Kate burns flash. Lux burns flash. Alright, so this is the lane where you've now impacted and you've burnt both their flashes. I did say that Ezreal and Lulu, you sort of want to be avoiding this lane, but this is, I mean, you're like ahead now. So, you know, I said like you're ahead. Like, how much gold do you have? You have 1100 gold. You can like comfortably one-shot these champions right now. So, definitely can impact this lane. And I'd be looking to now get Rift Scuttler. And again, like with your jungle pathing, the way you want to think about it is like, where do I want to be 60 to 90 seconds? Drag is obviously spawning soon. Your bot lane is now winning. You're like very far ahead of Twitch in terms of experience and gold. You want to be getting Dragon literally almost like on spawn. And the way you can do that right now is by getting like Rift Scuttler, like get that off the map. Base, go golems, work your way down. Potentially gank bot again. Pressure them, like chuck some pink wards in the river. You get drag. Like dragons are really important, especially with this new patch. So, and it is an ocean drag, which I think is actually really good. So that's what I would be doing right now because, right, like this is perfect for you. Like everything, like the way that, like I'm going to title this video, what does a perfect game look like as Jarvan? Like you've played the early game like pretty much flawlessly. Like everything has like, it's like Exodia, like the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like 5 cards are like all there. Like you have all the tools right now to make this very clean 15-minute game. So I like that you're basing here, but then you stop basing. And this, when I saw this, this really hurt me. It's like you almost had the right idea, but you now go to kill TF. And why I don't like this at all is, well, you don't know where Twitch is right now. He hasn't showed bot side. So there's a threat of counter gank. You have 1300 gold. So you only have a machete, so you're instantly potential to kill this lane is very low, especially the fact that TF still has flash, and you know he doesn't have flash because he burnt it earlier, right? So the bad thing about here is now you're showing, and if I'm the enemy jungler and I see you're showing at 4 minutes 30 seconds, like with this score with just a machete, that suddenly opens up a bunch of options for Twitch because now he knows that you have to base, or like if he's based, he's stronger than you because I mean right now he is stronger than you. I mean you don't know this if he based, but he's got a skirmisher's saber, so I mean he's probably not stronger than you, but he's stronger than he. Like you should be just 100% like killing this guy. So you're lucky Syndra does hit the stun there. TF burns the flash. Like to be honest, TF could have gotten out of that if he played that better. So if he used his flash for the stun. So now you're sort of stuck on the map, like bot's like just relaxing right now. Like look at bot wave, it's like pushing. Like imagine if you based, like dragon's coming up, you went down here and look at this, this would be very clean. Very, very clean. This is what a perfect game looks like. So now it's really awkward because your Raptor-Can's been taken by Twitch because he obviously saw your mid and all that sort of stuff. And now it's awkward for you to go top, right? Because your golems are only the thing up. So this is already like inefficient. So that just shows you the impact right there of your decision to not base when you should have there. Twitch took your Raptors, you now can't go top. So you're missing out some experience in gold. But I like this idea, I like that you're going bot for a regank, you looked at the wave. This is good, but it could have been done a little bit more efficiently. So Victor TP's down. I would be killing Victor right now. Potentially save the Lulu, but I guess this is fine. You do end up killing everyone here. Oh, that's good. All good. Alright, so obviously there is the question of can you do dragon here? But again, you don't know where Twitch is. TF is alive. Spawn times are pretty low. You're not full health. I think the safest thing right here is to again base and do the same thing. Like your red's coming up soon. Base, clear your Krugs, like potentially come into river, get a pink ward, just like chuck down some vision, protect your team. Then go do your red, raptors, move your way down, kill bot again potentially, or just do dragon straight up. That's what you want to be doing. You have 600 gold. You need to be getting pink wards as well. Like I always, if I don't have a pink ward in my inventory or on the map, in my thought process, I'm like, I just want to base and get my pink wards. It's like an addiction I have. I love pink wards. Alright, so yeah, now again, this is really awkward. So what you're showing to me here is that you're showing to me that you want to be topside. The way that you're because if you clear your camps now bot side, right? That if you came here again, like Dragon's obviously the objective here, right? Rift Herald's not up. And Nivea's just chilling top. Like you've burnt bot still doesn't have flashes, right? It's like you shouldn't be thinking to go top side. And this is what you're showing to me. It's like, oh, like I want to full clear top side, maybe, and then base and go bot. But like you're wasting about like a minute there, right? Like instead you could have done it the other way around and just based and got dragon. You could have got dragon like way earlier than like you talk about 10 minutes. Like I think that's when you get dragon. Like you should be almost on your second dragon by that stage. So I hope that makes sense. I hope I explained that well. Alright, so you're clearing to top side now. Okay, you're looking for a gank mid. Rift Scuttler's up. You know TF doesn't have flash. That's a good gank. I like that. Kills are very easy when they're flashless and they don't have any abilities to get out. Alright, Wild Victor appears. I'd say this is pretty risk. Oh no, you don't know where Twitch is. Twitch is. Alright, this is fine. Just clear your jungle. Oh man, this hurts me right now. This really flush the spot lane. Flush the spot lane pushed into the tower. So again, if you think about, like, again, this is hypothetical. Lots of things can happen in League of Legends, but if you did that other path that I talked about, like, Dragon would be off the map right now. You could have potentially killed bot. I mean, look at these guys. And then you would be basing, getting Rift Herald, like, in about, like, 30 seconds time versus what you've done. It's like you still have to get drag. You haven't really impacted much. I mean, you've protected the lanes. You've killed Victor again. Probably tilting him, but this is, like, again, like I don't view that as perfect League of Legends because a lot of that's just out of your control. Like Victor happened to be right place, right time, right? Alright, so now you're going to base and finally go bot side because nothing's up top side. But again, like now coming bot here, right? Because Dragon is still up and like you're going to be here. You're suddenly giving Twitch an opportunity to get Rift Herald, right? Alright, so Syndra's literally just 1v2 in mid, which is very far ahead. Looking for another bot gank. This is good. They're pretty vulnerable. She flashes your ult, which is a bit unfortunate. Burn TF ult. Alright, so I would be getting one plate in and going to Dragon straight away. Dragon is more important than this second turret plate. And it also is also in terms of tempo, like your momentum in this game. Like you want to be getting Rift Herald next, right? Like think about, you're technically going to waste like 10, 15, 20 seconds here that you could have got Dragon, cleared your bot side, go pink ward here, and do Rift Herald. So you see, like you just spend so much time here getting like these turret planes, and now your bot has to base. No, they do stay, and I think your question was, is Dragon risky here? No, because, I mean, obviously, yeah, so this is what you said, you saw Twitch mid, because bots pushed, they're going to have to react, TF's top. Yeah, I would say this is fine, but again, think of it as you wasted a lot of, like, tempo advantage, momentum here by doing this Dragon. And there's no reason for you to be walking into this in this vision with you have no one around. You're like 1 versus potentially 3, and your next objective, you should be clearing your camps. Think about clearing your camps. I want to be topside. You want to be excelled in this game, getting Rift Herald or either broken open mid or top. Right, so now you do go. All right, so this is again not what you're gonna be thinking at all. You've done a lot bot lane already. This is what I call over ganking. Like, how much gold do you have right now? You have 832 gold. You don't have pink wards, which is hugely important. You have no control really of topside river. You could be given again the opportunity Twitch to get Rift Herald, which you should be getting every objective from that early game start as Jarvan jungle. And you go in here 1 versus 2 here, and like I could just tell this is gonna happen, So yeah, really not good there. That's really bad decision making. Like, even if you got kills there, it's not worth it. Like, to speed up this game, like right now, you're just like potentially giving the team opportunities to get back in the game, which, they just got huge shutdown gold on you, right? Like, Twitch has appeared. Imagine if Twitch was there to counter gank you. Alright, so did you buy pink wards off that base? You didn't buy pink wards. Pink wards win games. How are you going to control top river, right? Like, you want to be controlling sides and not defending your team. Pink wards are so important for accelerating games and just denying vision. That's the big thing as well. So if we kill TF, you should be doing Rift Herald instead of your camps right now, 100%. Getting at least checking Rift Scuttler, and again, ideally you have a pink ward. You just killed mid, Caitlyn's bot, and Nivea's pushing top. You're wasting very valuable time here to break open the game. So you base, I hope you buy pink wards. Still no pink wards. Pink wards greater than refillable potion. I had a comment in one of my other videos, like someone called me nickname Nathan Pink Wards Mott. I can absolutely get behind that nickname. Pink wards win games, especially in like higher elo like this. Like, the difference between you and like I mean, obviously this is only one game I'm watching right now, but the difference between you and like, say, like a challenger like Jarvan right now is they would have absolutely excited of this game and be buying pink wards. I can guarantee you that. Alright, so you get off Rift because, yes, Rift Herald's not the idea you want to be doing right now. 3 are alive. Syndra's in base, your bot's dead. And Nivea's not exactly have the most mana. You don't know where 4, like their entire team is. Potentially could be here, it could be 5 versus 2. So this is really risky. Okay, but actually I think that this is now when Victor he's given up. I think he's still in base. Yeah, so Victor's AFK. So this is where I'm going to end the VOD review. And like they surrender in like the next 2 minutes or so. So yeah, I hope that this answered your questions. Yeah, I mean, you really could have. I mean, I had an analogy in my Twitch jungle review videos that you went like 40 kilometers per hour like on the pedal, but you could have pushed this to like 90 kilometers an hour. Like, you could have just absolutely accelerated this game. But I mean, it was definitely a good game. I'm not saying this is like bad at all. This is good enough for you to win in like Diamond 2. But if you really want to push it, start climbing higher. Like, these are the tiny things that you're gonna have to decision making. You have to polish up in your gameplay to climb the ranks. And pink wards, so important. So I hope this review was helpful for you. Again, I'll have my full notes over on my blog with this review. And yeah, that wraps it up here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.